This weekend we're going to be doing a little spiritual self-test, see where we are. Pandemic is a good time to do that. Okay, where am I spiritually? How am I doing? What's God doing in my life? Maybe have a little reset button. We're going to look at that tomorrow in the message. And we're going to be looking at Psalm 63, where David was going through a crisis time in his life. Pandemic is sort of like that. And we're going to consider how thin places where you can really see God, help us make God a priority. David, as he was in Psalm 63, on the run, hiding out in a crisis time, he yearned for the house of the Lord, he says many times in that psalm. And it was a place where he could sense God. I found in my life there are thin places. And thin places are those circumstances, those places, those locations where I believe the barrier between the material, the visible, and the invisible, and the spiritual are very thin. And you're more likely to sense God there. It's not necessarily a thin place for everybody. Some of them are, I think, for many people. Others, it's just for you. A thin place for me, when I was studying in Scotland, in the library, in the University of Edinburgh, in the library, there was a little chapel below the steps that went up to the library, and it was dark as it could be, very small. I couldn't find a light switch. It was dark with that stained glass window. It wasn't any much bigger than this, with a Celtic cross, and it had stained glass windows in it, and it was beautiful. I could sense God as soon as I went in the place. When I came to Florida, I found a thin place at Florida Hospital, their chapel. As soon as I turned the corner and went into the chapel, bang, I could sense God's presence right there. And you could sense many people coming in there desperate for God's help and support. Made it a thin place. Thin places all around the world. You see them, Stonehenge, I think. They're not all just related to Christianity. I think all religions find thin places where they can get access to the spiritual realm. A friend of mine, Hal McIntyre, he went to the Promised Land and then also followed Paul's route around the Mediterranean. And he said it was so commercialized in Jerusalem, he couldn't sense God there much from trying to sell him hawk the trinkets, you know. But he said, strangely enough, he said, I think it was one of the Greek places, temples. I think it was the Acropolis. But he said that was where he could sense God's presence. So that was a thin place for him. Jacob, when he was very immature spiritually, running away from home, he laid down and rested and had a vision where the heavens opened and he saw angels coming and going down a ladder. He woke up the next morning and said, boy, surely God was in this place and I didn't know it. And he called it Bethel, the house of the Lord, just like David refers to the temple as the house of the Lord. It can be anywhere. It can be for the most spiritually immature person like Jacob, or for somebody who has isolated themselves from God and run away from God, but in a crisis time. But these thin places help us make God a priority, I believe. Some of them are times that we might go by regularly. For me, I don't see them regularly, but they have those moments. They give me those little moments where I really feel in a pure way I'm connecting with God. And I think if it's a regular time, that helps you remember and think about God regularly. That makes God a priority. Or if it's just occasionally when I go to there on a hospital visit, or when I was coming here to the Prayer Rock. Bill Ashley came here. Captain Bill, this is called the Prayer Rock, and Captain Bill came up here in the 1800s. My family goes back as Weavers and Ashleys, and he would come here and pray, and he left it in his diaries that this is where he would pray, and he called it the Prayer Rock. And then another relative came in, and you can't see it real clearly, but he etched on there Prayer Rock and William Ashley name and his date and other loved ones here. But it's a thin place. It was a thin place for him. It's a beautiful setting. Find a thin place. Find a thin place for you. Look for them. You'll be able to sense God. When you go there, you sense God. Sense God's here. It can be in a worship center. It can be out in nature. It can be any number of places. But it'll help you sense God. It'll help make God a priority. And it'll complete you and fulfill you as a person when you have these little direct contacts and know I'm in touch with God, and God is near, and God can be near. Can be near me. So look for that thin place. And if you have one, go there during the pandemic time and see if you can get God's strength.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Let's sing that again. Open the eyes of my heart. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Oh, open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Oh, open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, 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 holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love. Oh, to see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love. We sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy.